gonna take this badge off of me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. I feel my knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
I remember on that fateful night, holding Lisa's hand. I've heard sons and daughters say this, grown sons and daughters, when they lose their parents. She said something to me I've never heard a spouse say quite like that. She said, Randy was the greatest man I've ever known. The greatest man I have ever met in my entire life. I know his cup runneth over. I know he's looking down at us right now. And Randy, I want you to know there weren't enough seats in the pews at Glory Christian Fellowship International at Carson. They had to find a literal faith dome to accommodate his outpouring of love. I'll tell you, if Randy Simmons was looking down right now, and he is, he's looking down at a massive human footprint, embracing thousands and thousands of people around Los Angeles, each with their own version of the story. There's the woman he threw a life preserver to as she was battling cancer. There are the kids, yes, those kids in the housing projects who cried when they heard the terrible news of his death. There's the victim who escaped the tragedy in Winnetka. When I think about Randy Simmons' life, I think about what Martin Luther King once said. He said, we all have an opportunity to be great because we all have an opportunity to serve. God bless the Simmons family, and God bless all of you.
We wear it with pride. We are privileged because our society has placed in our hands a sacred trust. Every day when we pin our badge on our chest and go out into the streets of our great city, we are given the opportunity to do good against evil. He is in the place he was always meant to be, and he will wait for us there to meet him again. And if there's any delay in opening those doors, he can always employ the battering ram that he was so skilled at using in SWAT. Thank you for sharing him with all us these countless days and nights when he's away from you. Lisa, thank you for sharing your ultimate man with us. Matthew and Gabriel, try hard to always honor your father's memory. And to the community, so many of whom are here today, and thank you for being here. And to the community that he protected and served, it is said, no man stands so tall as when he stoops to help a child.
That's what he was all about safety. And it was almost a point where we felt, I know I did, invincible. Because of the fact that I had a Randy's anointing. He was around us. I know a man of God. He always protected us. Every time we go for a debrief, we would debrief our warrants, and I would be in the back, and everything would just work out just beautiful. He was just like a director, flawless as far as his presentation. And I'd be in the back and I'd say, Randy, another Simmons production. And I do it all the time. And Randy was a very modest man, very humble. I love that about him. And he would say, James, don't do that. Don't do that. But I couldn't help it. I kept doing it. Another Simmons production. And today, this really is another Simmons production. He was such a beautiful man, a brother, a friend to all of us. We're going to miss him, but he lives within us. He always shared things. Clothing he'd bring to work. The homeless, he'd bring food and feed them food. He loved his babies, his extended families out at the various sites. We drive up, they run to the car. It was like Santa Claus in July.